Hey buddies, it's Victa. It's time for a Tainted Random Run Day here, the Binding of Isaac Victa Repentance series. We did have another video, crossed 3,000 likes thanks to the Mosh Pit, which now puts us only 7 away from the worst ranked tier list items run. Again, those items are going to be determined by the worst ranked items that I had on my tier list video, which I did a couple of weeks, actually more like a month and a half ago, but you can go check that out if you want to in the archives. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by the Discord. The Mosh Pit Discord, brought to you by Guest Train Guy. Title of the thread or the post was simply just TM Trainer from episode 757. Everywhere I go, I see his face. I don't know how to do a Spider-Man voice. It's more Batman than Spider-Man, but yes. TM Trainer for a while there was just showing up constantly. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that today, but I guess we'll just find out. So thank you very much, Guest Train Guy. Let's hop on in and see what we got going on for today's random Tainted run, and it's gonna be Tainted Maggie. Okay, I'm down with Tainted Maggie. Quebec 4, Charlie 2, Quebec, Charlie Kilo. I feel like we've had that seed before. Like I swear that I've had a seed that just had just a ton of Quebecs in it, and that was it. So Tainted Maggie. This is a character that I do like actually to play quite a lot. I think that Tainted Maggie is one of the most interesting characters in the game. She has this mechanic where you basically have a sort of melee attack-ish, which will, I mean, you know, it's like Deadly Hugs, basically. Basically, she goes around. She's like a kung fu master. And essentially what happens is that is based off of her base damage. As you see right now, she does a pretty good amount of damage, but most of the time this is going to be a close-quarter combat character, which is really cool and very unique to Maggie, but of course you do have to worry about taking damage like pretty much constantly. You're looking for on-hit effects like, say, Midas Touch, the Virus, Serpent's Kiss, etc., etc. That sort of stuff can really help you out. And also on top of that, anytime she gets a kill with a Deadly Hug, she will spawn a heart, a temporary half heart that will fly over the screen, and then it's your job to go get it. Now, if you notice right now, she's currently bleeding, and if you look at our HP, it will slowly but surely tick down from whatever we have all the way down to 2 hearts, period. That's it. So what that means is that we will have to maintain our HP at a pretty healthy level, but whenever we're on temporary hearts, regardless if they're going to be red hearts or not, they do also count as soul hearts. So notice how we've stopped bleeding here. That's because we're no longer, we have no more hearts to bleed with. I am going to use Yum Heart, though. Yum Heart, by the way, is going to heal us for double than it usually does. Notice how we heal for 2 hearts there instead of 1. That's with the Tainted Maggie version of Yum Heart, and we're gonna get Mongo Baby here as well. Now, you don't have to force yourself into playing as Tainted Maggie. Like you don't have to play as melee as Tainted Maggie is what I'm trying to say. So you know, don't feel like that you're forced to do this. But I will say, to her credit and to her strengths, Tainted Maggie is very fun when you play her as a melee character. She just goes in, she balls out of control, and then, you know, she gets a lot of HP, hopefully anyway. So again, the amount of damage that Tainted Maggie can do is actually really impressive, but you have to be careful. Once you get down to those 2 hearts, it's going to be very difficult to maintain your Devil Deal. So just remember, we'll take a second. Just remember that whenever you hit an enemy, keep an eye on your HP. I know that sounds dumb, but it's very easy to forget that you're running off of temporary HP and then actually find yourselves in a boss room with no soul hearts. So very welcome upgrade here for Tainted Maggie. That's going to be Roid Rage. One of the things that's very important on Tainted Maggie, as well as Tainted Keeper, because he has sort of a similar kind of play style where you got to run around and go grab the coins. Similarly speaking, with Tainted Maggie, you got to do the same for the HP. As you see here, you can actually get the half hearts. You don't have to use the Deadly Hugs for the half hearts to spawn. They just spawn from any kill that Tainted Maggie gets. Anyway, so I misspoke at the beginning there. Anyway, the thing about Tainted Maggie along with Tainted Keeper is that obviously you want to try to get as much movement speed as you can, because you need to dart around the room and try to get those hearts before they actually disappear. And again, same thing goes with Tainted Keeper. Tainted Keeper, you're going to want to, you know, he's a very slow character as well, and your life quite literally depends on it. And the same thing goes for Tainted Maggie. Same thing holds true. You know, we're going to be taking large amounts of damage from champions, large amounts of damage just from everything around you. And being able to kind of zip around and keep yourself safe is paramount when it comes to this character, because you are going to be putting yourself in a very weird, unique situation. Car battery is huge for Tainted Maggie. I think it does work with the... I believe that it works with the Heart, I think. So, and if that's the case, then obviously that's going to... Well, that's going to give us like a ton of extra hearts. Need to find our secret room. I don't... It could be there. Obviously, I want to try to get car battery. I'm not worried about our hearts right now because we're just going to use Heart before we go into the boss anyway. That's something that you should probably always do, or at least get in the habit of, is using Heart on Tainted Maggie. No, it's actually not there. So my guess is that it's... Actually, don't know. Maybe it's above the shop. No, we've already bombed there. Yeah, this is one of those weird times where it's where the secret room is not in a normal spot, because it's not. It could be south of the arcade. It could be there. Can't be there. Or it's above the item room. This is the only place it logistically could be. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we've got enough for car battery. It's going to be great for us here. We will go in the curse room later. Here's the thing about Tainted Maggie is that you don't necessarily want to take Devil Deals either, although it is the best way to get offensive upgrades and raise the amount of damage that you do with your melee attacks. So with that being said, you still have to worry about your HP consumption. You saw us use Heart there. It's going to give us a full heal. Heals for 2 instead of 1. The Gemini is going to be bouncing around all over the place. This is clown physics in full view right here. A range upgrade, which actually isn't all that terrible for Tainted Maggie. And yeah, you could, I guess, in a weird way, you could make an argument for Headless Baby, I suppose, because of the way that that Maggie plays. You have like this sort of like again, you're going to be working off of close quarter combat, so you want to have as much damage as possible surrounding Maggie, or at least coming from her. But HP is paramount, though. That's above all else. HP is what you want. So unfortunately, we don't get anything. We will be able to open up at least this golden chest over here after using a bomb and see what this is. Okay, we get a lot more bombs, so we might as well just go bomb this over here now. Yep. Right. All right. So we'll go grab this full charge, and then we will head on down. And we might as well grab the soul heart. Not that it really matters, though. Curse the Unknown is very dangerous on Tainted Maggie. We got to be careful. I'm going to instantly use our Heart, and then, it's probably not a wise idea to use the hugs on this floor, but we'll see. We'll see. Going over from last week's question of the episode here, I simply asked, what was your favorite synergy from this episode? And last week's episode, of course, was the Tainted Keeper run, where lots and lots and lots of people chimed in. Of course, Tainted Keeper, one of the most popular characters in all of Repentance. And Zorua said, Steam sale plus Tainted Keeper in general is absolutely broken for pretty obvious reasons. Would have to go with that. And yeah, that is, I mean, if you get any, and I mean any level of Steam sale of combined with any price reduction that you can on Tainted Keeper, you're going to be fine. The amount of damage that you can get out of him, just because of just how fast you can accumulate items, is huge. And then on top of that, you add the effectiveness of Steam sale. It essentially just doubles your buying power, and it's really, really, really strong. So I definitely agree with that. That was probably the synergy of the episode. Oh, okay, I didn't know it was there, but thank you, game. But definitely agree with that. Then we also had Ronnie J, who said C-section plus Eye of Belial is stupid good. I also wholeheartedly agree with that. C-section I mean, Eye of Belial really is, again, it's not really slept on, but it's not one that a lot of people talk about a whole lot when they're talking about really, really, really strong tear effects. You know, much like we had the discussion a couple of episodes ago when we're talking about sinus infection and booger tears, I think that Eye of Belial is also one of those items that just gives you a better run. And it was on display, like, full, it was just full on display on that last episode with Tainted Keeper last week. So thank you all very much for sending those comments. And then finally, our third most upvoted comment was a whole bunch of letters that I'm just not even going to begin to try to spell out there. But they said, I'll edit this comment when I finish this video, but it's going to be hard to top Humbling Bundle plus Steam Sale. And again, that's pretty much along the same lines that everyone was talking about. Ooh, we get a Sun card. We could use the Sun card to heal. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use Yumheart either because we may need that for the boss. I also don't know where the boss is. Okay, so this is fine. The goal with Tainted Maggie is to always gain more HP than you're losing. And as herp-derp as that sounds, it is surprisingly difficult to achieve that. A Bombino is a tanky character, and we don't have a lot of damage, so I did just use Yumheart. Now we're probably going to have to back off because I honestly don't know how much HP we have. Curse the Unknown on Tainted Maggie is absolutely awful. You're probably down to 2 hearts. We did get a double deal somehow. We get another range upgrade, so I mean just basic HP upgrades would be fine, game. I'm going to take Guppy's Tail because chests are actually pretty important when it comes to Tainted Maggie. For the record, that name was JCGJFNJJWNDXEHDC5055. Thank you. Thank you, that person. Got a Sun card here. We need to, again, maintain our HP, but here's the problem. This is why I talked about how the reason why you don't want to take Devil Deals on Tainted Maggie is again on full display here because it takes away your HP, and HP is king when it comes to Tainted Maggie. You have to be able to protect your 2 HP as much as you can. You have to. That is not a passing bit of advice. That is something that you desperately need to do. Again, it all comes down to saving your Devil Deal, saving your Angel Deal. And when you get rid of those, when you lower your maximum HP, it makes it that much harder to do. So even only losing 1 HP here, you see how difficult and just how strenuous we're going to have to play, and the situations that we get put into are to protect our Devil Deal. Especially now that we have a Guppy item, we're trying to get Guppy here. Guppy does work on it does work on Tainted Maggie, by the way. So Bloody Lust is absolutely massive, however, because we are always going to be taking damage, which means that we're always going to be gaining damage. And that is a very, very good thing to have on Tainted Maggie. Magic Mush should be incredible here. Mini Mush is okay, too. We get range and movement speed out of it, so I'm fine with that. Red Candle, The Tinted Rock blocking this. There's a Tinted Rock blocking this here chest. Okay, so Soul Hearts are definitely going to help out, but unfortunately it's going to be long gone before you ever get to the boss. Now remember, we get stronger every time we take damage, so that means we're going to be dealing more damage every time we take damage. And with the way that damage scales on Tainted Maggie, yeah, it scales real nice, y'all, and I mean real nice. These keys are important because obviously we've got Guppy's collar, or Guppy's tail, I should say. The range effects also do help out Tainted Maggie, but not in the... Yo. I'm tired of waiting. But not in the traditional way. So it's not like Bag of Crafting where you can just reach out and just hit anything and everything around you. There we go. We're down to 1 half heart. Gotta hurry up, and Fistula should be okay here for us to melee. Again, just trying to maintain our HP, and we're doing a pretty good job of it here. We get marbles. Marbles. So the quest for the one time we want basic HP upgrades. The one time we want them, we're not getting them, of course. That's Isaac, baby. I'm going to go back here and go check out the curse room now. Again, doesn't really matter for us taking damage here, even down to a 1/2 heart, because we have Yum Heart and Car Battery, which I do believe works with our active passive slot. Let I try it. It's probably down there, but I'm gonna save the bomb. Also had a lot of new people sign up on the Sinvicta Patreon. Thank you very much, everyone, for doing that. I think it mostly stems from me talking about the, talking about the Discord access and the keychains. And it's cool. Like we're getting, if you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, Patreon members at the level 1 tier, or like just $1, they actually gain access to the Discord, which is usually $5 for Twitch subs and paid YouTube memberships, but Patreon gives it to you all the same benefits for $1. So if you want to support me and also want to get onto the Mosh Pit Discord but don't want to pay $5, then Patreon is certainly the way to go. Secret room's there, but we don't have any bombs. Get Baby Bender, which is actually okay for Mongo Baby. Okay, we're just going to plow into things here, but you're seeing is the reason why we want to get HP, because we need it, like desperately need it here. Funny game. I hit it 1/2 second too late, and that's also the danger of Tainted Maggie. Gotta be on top of it. And unfortunately, I was literally like, I would like to know exactly how far off I was on that reaction for me to use Yum Heart to make sure that we didn't lose any of our temporary HP down to our actual HP, because I'm pretty sure it was close. Sackhead giving us a lot of money here, but the loss of the Devil Deal definitely, well, it might be a blessing in disguise. I am going to take a Charge Baby, and we also need to get keys, because basically a 1 cent sack. Gonna go back here. So we've lost the Devil Deal, which again might just be a blessing in disguise at this point. Now if we get something like Nun's Habit's also huge for Tainted Maggie, because we're constantly giving ourselves charges. Get Bursting Sack. Gotta say, the items on this run have not been fantastic at all. They've been quite doo-doo. More movement speed. We probably won't need that, but good to have it anyway, I suppose. Now, not having Yum Heart is not having Yum Heart means that we're not going to be able to melee here, especially when it comes to the twins. Sister's Vis. We'll go grab that. Nice freeze there by Charge Baby. You're seeing our damage here being 8.62. You know, it's okay. It's nothing major, especially with us not having any tears ups. At least our range is like, we can hit from across the entire universe at this point. There goes Sister's Vis. We get Sty. Still on the hunt for an actual HP upgrade, and now things are starting to get a little dangerous. In fact, things are getting a lot dangerous. That's because we simply do not have the HP. Sound physics at the finest. We simply do not have the HP to not only use our mechanic past this floor because everything's going to be hitting for 1 heart, but we also don't have enough. We also don't have enough HP for a devil deal, and that's also going to limit our offense. So there's many different things that are going wrong right now in this run. If we had simply just traded all of our range upgrades and luck upgrade for a simple HP upgrade, we would be in a much stronger spot. I mean, much stronger. Like, without question. I think it's safe to say that the Guppy's Tail acquisition was not a good one. Unfortunately, it did not pay off for it. The Bible, Book of Revelations, and How to Jump. You would think that I'd go with the Book of Revelations here. And we do have car battery, though. Bible gives us a free mom kill. Getting boss rush would be nice because obviously at least a chance for us to just get regular old HP. Something that we want and need right now. Here's our Fool card. We are going to get boss rush, surprisingly. You go the right way. We get double Arkeezy out of here, which is actually really good. Not expecting to get a devil deal here. In fact, we probably don't even want one at this point. And we definitely don't. We go Polaroid, just because I do not trust this run. Oh, man. And we get this amazing boss rush. I guess Tech 2. We're not using our tiers as offense, so I mean it's not that big of a deal, but woof. This is rough, y'all. I don't think I can consciously pass up Book of Revelations and car battery. Just swallow goat hoof so we can go back and take Papilla Duplex if we want. Not Papilla Duplex, wide shot. Flatworm. I know my trinkets, don't worry. At this point, we just need to give up on devil deals because Guppy ain't happening. We just simply do not have the HP for them. So I think right now it's pretty much a WYSIWYG situation. What's WYSIWYG? What you see is what you get. I'm going to take it only because it forces me to stop using Tainted Maggie's passive. It gives us 1 away from Guppy. We can still use the passive in conjunction with the Book of Revelations, of course. It's just that we're going to be in a rough spot here. I think the Dead Cat gives us a better chance to live, just to win, but not by much in this situation. But this now has to transition from a Tainted Maggie run to just a regular run here as we get Blood Bombs, which is a very good upgrade for us because at least, at the very, very least, it's going to give us some HP. PhD. PhD could be very useful as well. Here's up. Perks is actually pretty huge. Would love to get HP up or 2. The tiers up. And pay to play would be amazing for Guppy's Tail. Nun's Habit would have been great too. I think the last time we played Tainted Maggie, we had Nun's Habit. We have the Polaroid, so... We'll use Yum Heart. Let's go get the actual hearts here. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not using the Book of Revelations right now, it's because we there's no reason to. Like, we're gonna lose those soul hearts as soon as we use it. So So yeah, there's no reason for us to. And we get another HP upgrade. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted here. So we got 21 cents. We can take pay to play, which is also going to allow us to open up all the chests from Guppy's tail now. So, okay, I was hoping for a little bit more. We did get 10 cents, but I'm going to save those for keys. We're going to head on down. Let's use Book of Revelation now, though. This is good. But this is where the cracks begin to show on Tainted Maggie. And it's when you are forced to not... It's when you're forced to not be able to play how she's meant to be played and just go to a regular Isaac run. That's when she's the weakest. And and by the way, I don't blame you for doing that. Like, that's something that all Tainted Maggie players have to deal with. Eventually, you're going to get to a point where you don't have enough HP to use her mechanic for your primary source of offense. It's not going to happen unless you just have a god build out there. And Tainted Maggie really gets punished for the late game whenever you are dealing with... I'm going to use Yum Heart just so we can maintain our Soul Heart. Whenever you're dealing with a low damage situation and also no tier effects or anything like that. Airwalk. Perks is still better. The reason why Perks is great is because it gives you the wafer effect. And again, given what we just got done talking about with Tainted Maggie, you're going to want to try and preserve your HP as much as possible. Card Baby gave us a charge here, but again, we got to be careful with clown physics and everything like that. Get a charge here, good. Use the Book of Revelations. Again, this is going to screw our boss drop, but that's okay. Revelations again. Joker card, which is not really what we want. We literally don't need keys anymore. I use the Joker card now, and we get Guppy. Wow. All right, so flying is going to be very useful for us, but at the same time, we still can't really use our melee attack that much. It was thanks to Guppy's tail that we got that chest and pay to play that allowed us to actually open the chest that gave us the Joker card. You see right there, it takes literally one full heart of damage away from Isaac, and that's... I mean, that's just the danger of Tainted Maggie, so... At the same time, though, now we don't need to go into the... In fact, it's in our best interest to lose the Devil Deal here, which we did. Well... I didn't want to lose our I didn't want to lose our life there, but... Yeah, it's actually in our best interest to not get the Devil Deal here. Okay. Getting real tired of this. Money's going to allow us to, again, to open up doors and stuff and chests. Just trying to boost our damage just a little bit here with Bloody Lust, and we ended up losing 2 lives for it. Pretty much every single chest that we open now is just going to give us more ways to open chests. Rotten Hearts are... I mean, Rotten Hearts don't really matter, to be honest. Full charges matter. That's what matters right now. Conquest Pony would be nice if we weren't playing as Tainted Maggie. Somehow we got the Devil Deal. That is funny. Yeah. We can't take it. We just don't have... We need the Book of Revelations here. Another blood bag would definitely be nice, but again, not something that we're gonna count on. I took it because I wanted to get the full charge now and not waste the charge on the Book of Revelation. And really, you know, Charge Baby can help out quite a bit. Charge Baby wants to keep feeding us these full charges. I'll take them. Even mini charges are helping. Yeah, like I said. Keep us going here. You could see where having something like Nun's Habit or like, or you know, jumper cables, stuff like that really takes off when you're talking about Tainted Maggie and having any kind of HP generator on your spacebar slot. Great block there by Guppy's Hairball. An HP upgrade, we don't want it. And, you know, as much as I don't like to bring attention to it, I would like to just point out we've gotten 0 damage upgrades on this run. And no, I don't consider Bloody Lust to be one of them. We've gotten more range upgrades than any other upgrade, and that's not good. We've only gotten a couple tiers up, and that was only because we have PhD. Which, by the way, game, I have noticed that we haven't seen a single pill since then, so, you know, good on ya, I guess. But this damage is quite doo-doo. And this is kind of illustrating the point that I was talking about earlier when, you know, Tainted Maggie really gets punished for just being Tainted Maggie and you don't have a good build, is that you can't use her biggest strength, which is her melee attack. We literally can't. I mean, we can, but like, it's downright just suicidal at this point. So, you know, and then when you combine that with the idea that we've got to sit here and we're forced to use 3.83 damage or 3.2 damage, not good. And it's gonna be Krampus. Lump of coal would be nice. We did get lump of coal at least, so that's good. Cool boy. It's gonna be rough, y'all. Even on light side, it's gonna be rough. And again, another thing that's really truly working against us is the fact that we can't even use Bloody Lust right now. So yes, we're Guppy, but, you know, was it worth it? Well, to be honest, in hindsight, no, it wasn't really, because we don't have any HP. We have nothing to work with right now. And what that means is that we're just going to be forced to try to survive this run. And with us having so little damage, man. Our unbuffed damage is 2.62. Now what we can do for the final floor is purposely take a couple hits of damage to buff our damage and then just go with that. But the problem there is that obviously we're giving up the safety net of having extra lives, and on a run that's this bad, you don't really want to do that. So we're in a real catch-22 here. We need damage, but the only way for us to get damage is to take damage. This is a huge judgment here. Like massively huge. We need to get a second Red Heart container. We got one, thank God. We can get a third one here. Remember when I said HP is everything on Tainted Maggie? HP is everything on Tainted Maggie. It drives everything that she has. And when you can't use it, this is what you get. And then it turns into a real struggle bus of extra proportions. Want to get rid of this rotten heart if we can. Okay. Can't really melee attack Conquest. Not a smart move with only 2 HP. Now we can. Conquest was a pain as always. Where Spectral Tears would really be useful. Balls of Steel. Use that against Isaac. You can also use Blood Bombs against Isaac. The Balls of Steel. Gonna drop a Blood Bomb and then immediately shoot it away because I'm an idiot. We need to go back and get our perks bill too. We could take 1 hit of damage here and then have Yum Heart still. But with the way that scaling works with Lump of Coal and Bloody Lust, we should be okay here. We were never going to hold on to those Soul Hearts anyway. I don't mind losing them. Oh, man. Cards Against Humanity is actually pretty huge here. Man. We might be able to play the Sacrifice Room, y'all. We might be able to play the Sac Room. It's gonna be a bit, but if we find the Petrified Poop early, this could be real good. I think we've already seen the Petrified Poop now that I think about it. Just a couple red hearts then would be nice. I don't remember if we've seen Petrified Poop or not on this run. I feel like we have. And apparently it didn't matter. All right. We can go in the Curse Room at least. Alright, well, we got our perks pills. We're going to take the half heart interval, because we might as well. Might as well use the Book of Revelations, although it's not going to matter because we're going to lose a lot of that looking at the items in the chest. All right, here we go. Rotten Apple. Bloody Gust is nice. Tiny Toma, and then Little Spewer. Angry Fly, which doesn't really matter. We get another Perks Pill, which is actually pretty good. Sad bombs. Okay. We cannot lose this HP upgrade. We cannot. Okay. Done a good job at getting some value out of our HP. Go. All right, so Book of Revelations is ready. I'm going to use it now, and then we're just going to immediately use those soul hearts and turn them into damage. So we are now capped on our damage. And we're really trying to be and having to be resourceful in this run. I hope that everyone can appreciate that, because this was not an easy run. It's still not an easy run. We're still making it, but get another Tears up here, which is fine by me. Again, our Tears cap has now been broken because of Bloody Gust. It's not going to be a fun room at all. There we go. But again, the damage that we've got right now is just truly helping. So that's going to lead us to today's question of the episode, everybody. Again, if you don't see a question of the episode pinned in the comments down below, please, if someone could take over for me, I'd appreciate it, and just write it in the comments, and I'll pin it for you. But the question of the episode is, where does Tainted Maggie lie, I should say, on your tiers list? On a scale of F to S, Foxtrot to Sierra, where does she end up landing on your tiers list? On your tier list? For me, Tainted Maggie is definitely, I would say, a B to B plus character. I wouldn't exactly say that she's an A tier character, because she does have this weakness, as was very, very clearly put on display on this episode, but she's not as bad as some of the other Tainted characters, and overall, she's a lot of fun to play. So thank you for watching, everyone. Again, one final time, question of the episode, where does Tainted Maggie land on your individual character tier lists, from going from F to S? Put them in the comments down below. Hope you had a great start to your Sundays, and as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Avery, Missy, and Kotoryu. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, or get your hands on one of those exclusive Sinvicta keychains, then head on over to the Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.